Okay, well, I've made a couple other videos previously. This is actually my third video, however, it really should have been my first one. Okay, I am 28 years old. I have severe crowding, especially up top. If you look on the bottom, it's not too bad, but it's still crowded up towards the front. Have several teeth that are out of shape. Indicated there. The top is where you run into the biggest problem. Right here, that tooth is pretty much completely behind my front teeth as a result of that tooth not being there to exert pressure on my two front teeth to keep them straight. As I was growing up, they became tilted and are now in the state they are. Anyways, so crowding issue, I have a fairly small mouth, severe crowding, my wisdom teeth came in, induced more crowding, took too long to extract those, did not extract those as early as I should have. My dentist had brought up, while I was growing up, junior high, high school age, that I should look into getting braces. I always kind of blew it off. One, because I was not too fond of the whole, standard braces, metal wires and all that stuff in your mouth. However, the other caveat to that was, at least my perception at the time, was my parents couldn't afford it. So whether or not that was fact, that was my perception at the time. So, progressing towards now, I'm actually in the military. I fly aircraft for the military, and the caveat now is, I'm realizing the longer I wait, the more difficult it's going to be. So I decided to just knock it out, get it over with. It'll make things easier in the long run. Well, the more I dug into it, regular braces would mean that I would be removed from a flying status for for the entire time. So basically you're looking at 2 years where I wouldn't be able to fly, which is my primary job in the military. With the Invisalign, however, because you can take the trays out and put them back in and so forth, since they're completely removable, they don't have that stipulation. So that was one of the reasons I went with the Invisalign. Obviously, the other one because they're less noticeable. Always been kind of sensitive about my mouth, teeth, so forth. Anyways, so I decided to go with the Invisalign thing. I'd been working through Navy medicine or military medicine there for a while, trying to get them to pay for it. Finally, I gave up waiting for them and went to go see a local orthodontist, and basically they were running a special. It ended up being, they ended up knocking like $500 off the final price. So the wife and I had just recently paid off all of our bills, so we decided to go ahead and push on it. So we went ahead and signed up. I did the molds. Everybody else there's a lot of videos online talking about the mold process, what's actually involved with the molds, with taking the molds, so I won't beat that horse to death. However, so they took molds, they took pictures, all that good stuff, and then I waited. About a month later, I was told that the trays came in. So I went in, first appointment. They slipped the first set of trays in, and that's where my other videos pick up from. Due to the complexity of my particular case, I will have 27 trays on the top, 24 on the bottom, as well as 13 attachments on my teeth overall, 7 on top, 6 on bottom. The entire process, if you divide it out, the entire 26 trays on top, 24 on the bottom. If you divide out the process, it comes out to 52 weeks. So it should take approximately 1 year to completely, fulfill my treatment. Yeah, so we're basically looking at 1 year. And looking at the CliniCheck, which I will, once I get access to it on my personal computer, I will take video of that, illustrating, what happens where, and so forth. But that's why I decided to go with Invisalign. That's why. That's what my experiences have been to this point. That's how long it's going to take. The orthodontist I'm using is really great. They've been extremely accommodating, very understanding, and pretty much open to do whatever. The total bill for the Invisalign is a little under $5,000, but that also includes one set of refinements on the back side, i.e. if I'm not satisfied with something at the end of the treatment, as well as all the doctor's visits, teeth whitening, all that standard stuff, or all that stuff as well. I shouldn't say standard, because not all the places do it. Anyways, tossing this video out there, more to have a record for myself, to show where I was at starting out. Obviously I'm on my 3rd set of trays, but you really don't notice any difference in your first couple sets of trays. The other thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be having pictures taken at every visit I go in, so that I can see a chronological shift, chronological change of how things are progressing each trip. So that is pretty much everything I have. If at some point I open this up to everybody in the public to view, right now I'm going to keep it private, but if I open it up to everybody in the public, if at any point you have any questions or you have any thoughts, anything like that, feel free to let me know, and I will get back with you hopefully by the time, if I do make this public. I will probably be pretty close to being done with my treatment and should have a lot more answers, as well as a lot more videos as well. But it's neither here nor there. So I look forward to progressing through this, and hopefully having some good insight for others to learn from. Okay.